the latest sports news on Sports Drive. Right here.
95.1 Nigeria Info.
It's a lovely day. Yes, another very beautiful day is upon us. An amazing morning. Yes, I will continue to count down to the very end of the month of January. Today is 29th already. Amazing. So many things on my mind. Serbia, Davis Cup tie. I don't know how it's going to be. Novak Djokovic will not be playing a part as he continues to try to recover from an injury. And of course, the new F1 season will be kicking off, soon. And, drivers are having their test run in Barcelona. The team Ferrari, they're doing their testing. Of course, new intake. The man, Lewis Hamilton, has been having a very smooth testing with his new team Ferrari out there in Barcelona. And fans, how they always do, they line the street just to catch a glimpse of their superstar F1 driver. And of course, there's another 18-year driver who is with Mercedes, Antonelli. He's been passing his driving tests. Okay, so we'll have some updates from tennis and then from Formula One before we do football. Football stories today. MPFL matches will be going down this very midweek, and we will be looking at Champions League because the last match day in the league phase of the Champions League, that is match day 8, is set to go down today. A lot of things at stake. Some teams are trying to squeeze in to the knockout phase, automatically. Some are trying to make sure they get into the playoff rounds like Manchester City, but will they scale through? Kachi is my name. You can call me the king of sports or Sporty Chick on the MIC. A very good morning. It is the driver. So let's just drive you through a different headlines and updates from the world of sport. Like I said, from Formula One, it is Lewis Hamilton who is continuing his Ferrari testing out there in Barcelona. That is, he's continuing his preparations for the Formula One season by testing for his new Ferrari team at the circuit, the Barcelona Catalunya, this week. The 7-time champion and teammate Charles Leclerc both drove a 2023 F1 car at the home of the Spanish Grand Prix that was yesterday, being Tuesday. And Hamilton is building his experience with Ferrari following his initial acclimatization run at their Fiorano test track that was in Italy last week. So the team, they're doing everything that they can to ensure that Hamilton is as prepared as possible for the new season after 12 whooping years with Mercedes. Incredible update for Hamilton. I don't know how he's feeling. He's been used to, the same workman, pit staff for a long period of time. So it's a new setting, it's a new beginning, but then he's hitting his chest and he's saying, I'm here for it, and you know what? We're going to turn up for the party. So we're going to be having an incredible F1 season this year. And don't forget that Hamilton is already 40. We'll see how it all goes. And then for his former team, that is Mercedes, they have a young driver, Andrea Kimi Antonelli. He has passed his driving test just 6 weeks before he makes his F1 debut at the season opening Australian Grand Prix. Just like in tennis, in F1 as well, the first event of the season is in Australia. For F1, it is the Australian Grand Prix, and then for tennis, it is the Australian Open. And I was just like trying to find what's the similarities. It's about how the weather in that country is by this time of the year. If they put the Australian Open some other time in the year, the weather might not be so favorable. All right. So Antonelli turned 18. That's the minimum age for driving on Italian roads. He turned 18 last August, and he said mission accomplished. Even his team Mercedes, they wrote mission completed on their social media with ticks for both his driving license and the so-called super license that he requires for races in F1. And of course, they put also a photograph of Antonelli giving a thumbs up, in a driving school car, which means everything that concerns his certification and his testing, he has passed it. So watch out for the young driver who is just 18, Andre Kimi Antonelli, for Team Mercedes this year. And then some tennis news would not hurt. Yes, like I said earlier, it's Novak Djokovic that we have, on our tennis focus for today. He has withdrawn from Serbia's Davis Cup tie against Denmark because of a hamstring injury. The 24-year-old Grand Slam champion was booed off court by some Australian Open fans. That was last week when he retired with the issue after losing. It was his first set of his semi-final match against that was Alexander Zverev. Okay, Djokovic is 37. He later posted a photo of an MRI that was taken off his left hamstring with the caption, "Thought I'd leave this here for all the sports injury experts out there," because some people just kept saying he retired because he found out, or he just said, "Let me tell myself the truth, I'm not going to win this." But I'm like, Djokovic is big enough, he can take a loss. He's lost matches in his career. I don't think taking a loss will be a problem. The Australian fans, they've been everywhere on social media harassing Djokovic, saying things like he deprived them of watching an incredible semi-final tie between him and Alexander Zverev. So you do expect him to play through injury. Sportsmen and women, they play through injury when they can. Our captain, William Troost-Ekong, he played through injury at the AFCON in Cote d'Ivoire. So firsthand, and I'll be like, "Captain, are you okay?" Say, "Kachi, I'm fine." But then you see that smile and you know that it's a fake smile because bro is getting through pain. But when he couldn't, of course, the whole two matches he didn't play. He didn't play against Cameroon. It was Kenneth Omeri that played against Cameroon. So there are times when the pain is too much. They cannot go through it. I don't understand the outrage on Djokovic because he retired from a match due to injury. Yeah, he was losing quite all right, but it was because of injury that he retired. So now he cannot even help his Serbia nation in the Davis Cup for their match against Denmark. Same because of this hamstring injury. I feel like they need to cut him some slack. The criticism is too much. Tony Nadal is Rafa Nadal's uncle and his former coach. He's also joined some fans to suggest that maybe the injury is not all that. And I'm like, okay. I just hope everything is fine with Djokovic, and I wish him the safest and quickest of recoveries. All right, we'll move away from tennis. So we've moved from F1 to tennis news. Okay, so I think let's just quickly tell you some stuff in football. I would have said let's do some rugby updates this morning, but quickly because of our time, let's just let you in. Yes, indeed, what's going on football. Okay, but before football, yes, really, we need to hear this rugby news. Okay, there is the men's Six Nations is going on, and Ireland and England. Yes, for their game, there is something that has happened. The career arc of twins. These twins, Tom and Ben Curry. They started as they both appear, very identical. This is something very identical. Both player at flanker broke into the SAIL team that was in 2016-2017, and then they won the Under-26 nation and were selected by Eddie Jones for England's summer tour of Argentina at the end of their first session of professional rugby. And they're just only 18. It was not just their appearance that made knowing who was who difficult, but even their performances on the pitch. So you can imagine twins that are identical playing for the same team, and then they also play alike. You're trying to struggle with the fact that they look alike. They're also their style of attacking and trying to retreat when it comes to all the rugby tactics. They look so similar. Oh, my days! I don't even want to be their opponent. That's one update that's making the rounds in rugby. Tom and Ben Curry, you can check them out, and you just see how identical that they are. Lovely stuff. I love to see, and they are still very young. They are just 18, so we're going to be having them around in rugby for a long time. Incredible stuff. Okay, let's now get to football updates, shall we? F1 tennis, rugby, football. In football this morning, well, It's the Champions League. League phase last match day. Yes, the last match day of the league phase in the UEFA Champions League. Woohoo! And did I even mention that we are actually live on Facebook? My bad. We are live on Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja. Please, that's our Facebook fan page at Nigeria Info Abuja. You need to give us a follow so that you can, get to catch up with, your favorite programs. And of course, you get to, socialize, mix up with a whole lot of other fans, get to make your contributions when it comes to social issues, political issues, economic issues. We do a lot of engaging stuff on our social media at Nigeria Info Abuja. That's on Facebook. You can also join us on YouTube at Nigeria Info Abuja. So it's just the same for Facebook and YouTube at Nigeria Info Abuja. All right. So when you get there, you see our question of the day. Manchester City, will they qualify for the playoffs? We're not talking round of 16 yet. Would they at least win their game against Club Brugge today and get to the playoff stage? The lines are open. You can even call. Let's see, you can call on 0700-951-0000. That is 0700-951-0000. That's the phone number to call. And of course, we are on WhatsApp. On WhatsApp, it's 0809-9930-137. That WhatsApp line, you can call there. You can send a message there. You can send a voice note there. Thank you so very much, okay? And someone says, okay. Someone saying, hi, Kachi, my name is Fidelis, and I've been listening to you from when you started. I'm in Sokoro. It's just the way you've been rapping from one spot to the other for me. Thank you very much. Thank you, Fidelis. And then, okay, he says, are you on? Yes, I am on Facebook. On Facebook, Kachi Okafor. That's Kachy Okafor. Yes, you would see me live there too, even right about now. Thank you, Felix. That one got me. Okay, so what to expect in the Champions League today as we keep counting down to what's going to happen. First off is the information that all the teams will be playing together. Okay, let's put it better. All the teams will be playing simultaneously. We don't have early kickoffs. There's nothing like 6:45 and then 9. Everybody's playing by 9. Why? It is the last match day, so there will be no space for favoritism. There will be no space for, hey, let me do another team a favor. This is my favorite. Nobody's doing anybody a favor today. Everybody is on their own. All right. So we have Aston Villa taking on Celtic, and there's Barcelona versus Atalanta. That cracker, I'm heartbroken because Demola Lukman would not feature for Atalanta in that game. He's got a knee injury. There's Bayer Leverkusen taking on Sparta Prague, and Bayern Munich versus Slovan Bratislava, Brest versus Real Madrid, Dynamo Zagreb taking on AC Milan, and Dortmund versus Shakhtar Donetsk. Girona will be hosting Arsenal, Inter Milan versus Monaco, Juventus taking on Benfica as well, Lille and Feyenoord. Then there's a PSV Eindhoven taking on Liverpool. Salzburg will be hosting Atletico Club de Madrid, and then Sporting CP versus Bologna. Sturm Graz will be hosting RB Leipzig. There's a Stuttgart versus PSG, and then Young Boys versus Red Star Belgrade. There's Manchester City versus Club Brugge KV. That is the game of focus today. Okay, so let's try to take a call, quick one. Hello, good morning to you. Welcome to Sports Drive.
Kachi.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Nice work.
Thank you. You're welcome. What's your name?
Yeah, in fact, your voice is different from your sister station. I don't know it's you, Seth. Good morning. My name is Oladele, calling from Lugbe.
All right.
So I think Mancity, if Mancity win this match, they will qualify, right?
They'll qualify for playoff, not round of 16. Playoff, yes.
What I'm just on that Madrid match. I want my.
Hello, Ladele. Sorry about that. Okay, so please, I don't know that talk about sister stations sound different here, sound different. When you get to Rome, you behave like the Romans. I don't know what to say about that, but thank you very much. Okay, you listen to me well enough. You should be able to just know my voice even if you're sleeping. If I wake you up from sleep, you should be able to, say, okay, this is Kachi. Hi, good morning. Hello, good morning.
How you doing now? This is Ambassador.
You're welcome. Welcome. Good morning.
My own proposition is that Man City may not qualify.
They may not qualify.
Yes, PSG too may not qualify.
All right, thank you very much. Says Manchester City might not qualify. Quickly, let's just give some perspective to what we're expecting tonight. If you check out the table in this league phase, we'll try to explain to people. From here, we go to the round of 16, but there's a stopgap, right? So there's a playoff before the round of 16. It's all just part of Ferrari. It's all part of frenzy, just all part of spicing up the Champions League, just to make it more exciting, so that we can have more matches, so that fans can be more entertained with more games in the Champions League, to the detriment of the players, of course, but then that's a pleasure to the fans, and of course more money to the organizers. So if you look at the table, you see so the teams that are shaded dark blue, 1st to 8th, those are the teams that will qualify. They just walk into the round of 16, so automatic qualification. They will already go into the round of 16. All right, but then if you finish from 9th position to 24th position, what it means is that you will go and do playoffs. So after this league phase match today, because today that's when they're concluding the league phase, that is what used to be the group stage, they will now do a draw and pair teams like let's say Aston Villa versus Lille or Dortmund versus Bayern Munich. They'll pair them like that, and then they'll play home and away. So the winners of the playoff will now join the first 8 teams that qualified automatically. They will now join them in the round of 16. Because if you look at 9th position to 24th position, you see that it's 16 teams. So they will pair them against each other, and they'll play something like a quarterfinal, and something like a round of 16, home and away. 8 teams will go home if they lose. The 8 teams that won on aggregate after the home and away will now join the first 8 in the round of 16. I hope you understand now. So anything that is even making you finishing from 25th to 36th position, that means you're crashing out automatically. There is no place for you dropping down to Europe. It is crash and crash out. So it's either you fly or you crash. It's either you swim or you sink. We're not begging anybody in the Champions League this year. All this drama you have seen, City struggling, Real Madrid are going to have to qualify through the playoffs, even Dortmund, even Bayern Munich. But then it depends on the outcome of the matches today. Okay, so like I said, today is the final round of match for the league phase, and we will be here. Join us on Football Frenzy later tonight from 7 p.m. The studio will open and we'll continue to build up until when it's 9, and we'll bring you all the action, just live and direct. Okay, this is where we draw the curtains on the drive this morning. Kachi is my name, the king of sports, Sporty chick. Good morning, good morning. Boom, jakalaka laka laka.
Zabataliyar da ba ta caɓewa, Honeywell Costa, ɗauki da.
Yeah. Where you send me go, me I no want go. Me I no go for my future throw away. All these many things where we just take. Me I no go for my future throw away.
Please do not sell cigarettes to minors and do not buy cigarettes through them. This message is brought to you by the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission.
Anything I want.
Mama, they don't dash me 20,000 naira woof.
My pikin, who they dash 20,000 naira for this kind time?
That they dash everybody will get smart cash account 20,000 naira.
You mean them go dash me 20,000 naira a woof too?
Yes, so mama.
Hey.
That they dash all old and new smart cash users 20,000 naira a woof.
Oh yeah, tell your yard people, make them dial *939# or download Smart Cash app to open their own account. Make them self-enjoy 20k a woof. Every time when you buy airtime or pay bills with Smart Cash, you go chop inside your 20k. Terms and conditions they shall.